Preview analysis of episode 149 of Fighting to Break the Sky. The 8 great leaders and 4 great capitals of the ancient races are terrifying. More than half of them turn out to be XiaoYan's rivals. In order to avoid trouble, XiaoYan violently beat the 3 leaders to gain power, but unexpectedly provoked more people's hatred. After learning that Sun confessed himself in front of the entire ancient people, XiaoYan was both happy and helpless. The character of this girl is as strong and straightforward as ever. But it's okay to say that he didn't think he could get out of the ancient world before he came to the ancient world. With his Xiao clan identity and his relationship with Sun, he will definitely walk on thin ice when he comes to the ancient realm. All he has to do now is to master the information of the ancient races. After all, only by knowing oneself and the enemy can he win every battle. After practicing the Tai soul technique in the room all night, XiaoYan's soul strength increased a lot again. With the help of this thing, it won't take long for his soul strength to be promoted to the middle stage of the spiritual realm. After relaxing his body, XiaoYan asked the little doctor if he had obtained any information. XiaoYan and Venerable Tianhua have not been idle these days, and their understanding of the ancient races has also deepened a lot. The status of the Black Annihilation Army in the ancient race is not low. It is basically a talented warrior of the ancient race, and there is no doubt about its loyalty to the ancient race. The hierarchical division in the Black Annihilation Army is also very strict. The first is the 8 great commanders. The guy Lingquan is only ranked 7th, but he has the strength of a 1-star Dozuan. In other words, the great commander has almost the strength of a 6-star Dozuan, which is worthy of the younger generation of the ancient clan, and the 6-star Dozuan is undoubtedly a genius of Tianzong. Even XiaoYan, with the blessing of many treasures of heaven, material, and earth, has just been promoted to the 5-star Dozuan. Of course, what is even more terrifying is the 4 capitals. They are all alternative members of the Black Annihilation King, and the lowest threshold of the Black Annihilation King is also the semi-holy powerhouse. In other words, the strength of these 4 capitals is almost the same as that of the 9 heavens. Thinking of this, XiaoYan also sighed. The bloodline of duty is really terrifying. This is that there are people outside the human body. Is there a heaven outside the sky? XiaoYan, who had never been in contact with the ancient family before, still couldn't feel their horror. Now that he came to this place for the first time, it really had a big impact on XiaoYan. Looking at XiaoYan's expression, His Holiness Tianhua also smiled and said, "XiaoYan, don't think too much. Although the bloodline of this fighting emperor is as strong as ever, it is only before the half-saint that he can be promoted quickly. Even though this ancient clan is the dominant force in the world today, there are indeed many fighting gods in their clan, and many people are extremely poor and unable to break through the semi-sage in their lives. After Dosheng, this duty bloodline became a kind of burden. Maybe after XiaoYan broke through Dosheng in the future, these guys would still stay in the realm of Dozuan." XiaoYan nodded after hearing this, and then a fierce look flashed in his eyes. No matter what the 8 great commanders and the 4 great capitals were, as long as he stopped them in Sun, he would directly destroy the fire lotus and throw it over. The 3 commanders on the other side looked at XiaoYan's room in the distance and smiled softly. The 3rd commander looked at XiaoYan, Mei smiled, and immediately decided to have a fight with XiaoYan. He wanted to see how strong XiaoYan was in Miss Sun's mouth. XiaoYan was thinking about the 4 major capitals, but suddenly heard a loud voice from downstairs. The next learner, YangHao, the 3rd commander of the Black Annihilation Army, and XiaoYan, the champion of the Danwei. As soon as such a noisy voice came out, the people around suddenly became interested. The Danwei champion fought with the ancient Black Annihilation Army, which was so interesting. Although XiaoYan's face was gloomy, he still let go of his brows after a while. Instead of being entangled in these constant troubles, it was better to teach them a lesson directly. As soon as the voice fell, XiaoYan twisted the void and came to the ring. Seeing XiaoYan, who did not shirk the direct war, The third commander was very happy. He was just afraid that XiaoYan would not come. He didn't expect this kid to be stimulated so easily, so he would be welcome. Today's three-in-chief is the pinnacle of 5-star Dozuan, but XiaoYan has only just been promoted to 5-star Dozuan. In the same level of battle, the three-in-chief has not lost several times. Immediately attacked XiaoYan with a rapid momentum, but XiaoYan avoided them all one by one. Seeing XiaoYan perfectly avoiding his own attack, YangHao was also taken aback. He immediately used the dragon and snake footwork with the heavenly demon's broken air claws, which were cracked by XiaoYan one by one. YangHao became more and more anxious and immediately showed his ability to see the bottom of the family, using the Imperial Seal Ju to blast XiaoYan away. But XiaoYan smiled coldly and smashed YangHao's Imperial Seal Ju with a flick of his finger. This scene directly made YangHao dumbfounded. How did XiaoYan know the weakness of Dian Ju? YangHao then used the Forte Seal again, but was directly blasted out by XiaoYan's Bone Spirit Cold Fire, spitting blood, and his figure was embarrassed. On the other hand, XiaoYan was only slightly dirty at the corners of his clothes. Looking at XiaoYan so indifferently, YangHao was still planning to fight forcibly, but was stopped by the second commander who came. Looking at the embarrassed YangHao, the second commander also gave a cold wink. At this time, his strength reached the 6-star Dozuan, and he planned to fight XiaoYan in that way. XiaoYan didn't retreat, but advanced, and said, "If there is a battle, there will be a little fewer people." As soon as these words came out, the second commander was directly let go, but he was stopped by the elder Gusin, who suddenly appeared. "You people of the ancient race like to appear one by one, don't you?" After looking at XiaoYan, Gusun also said with a complicated expression, "I didn't expect that the people of the Xiao clan would come to the ancient clan. After entering the ancient realm, you will have a lot of trouble. I hope you are prepared." After speaking, he took the second commander and the others and walked away. XiaoYan just breathed a sigh of relief, but he sensed a strange gaze, turned his head, and looked at Huiji of the Yan clan. The two of them just collided in sight, but they directly caused all the surrounding tables to burn. XiaoYan's body trembled slightly, and her expression was solemn. The strange fire in this woman's body was definitely not simple. But in order not to add to the incident, he and XiaoYan left here first. Huiji's eyes lit up in a room on the other side. The previous battle between XiaoYan and YangHao was tasteless to her, but after fighting XiaoYan's strange fire, she became interested in XiaoYan. I don't know who is stronger than XiaoYan's different fire, the 7th-ranked Red Lotus Industry fire in her body. If she has the opportunity, she will naturally have to fight him. XiaoYan, on the other side, didn't know that he had an extra opponent inexplicably. XiaoYan, who was about to go to the entrance of the ancient realm, paused. The space in front of him began to distort, and 3 black-robed men suddenly appeared. The familiar smell instantly made XiaoYan's face gloomy. "Are you from the Soul Hall?" The leading man smiled coldly. "I prefer you to call me a Soul Clan person than this name." As soon as these words came out, XiaoYan immediately became vindictive, and a majestic pressure blasted towards the 3 dark shadows. But the other party made no waves. Looking at XiaoYan, who had entered the battle mode, he smiled and said, "I shouldn't be the one to catch you. I just came to see what the Xiao clan, who suppressed my Soul clan back then, has become now." Looking at the people of the Soul clan in front of him, XiaoYan directly started, but he didn't expect to be easily intercepted by the other 2 figures. The strength of these 2 was definitely not weaker than that of XiaoYan. The young man in the black robe spoke again, saying that XiaoYan would not end well against the Soul clan, and the ending would be the same as his ancestor Xiaoxian. By the way, he also said, "I am the descendant of the Soul clan who caused Xiaoxian's fall. Now that XiaoYan meets him again, his fate will naturally be like Xiaoxian. Remember my name? My name is Soul Cliff." As soon as these words came out, the 3 dark shadows began to disappear. Looking at the forest path where the figure disappeared, the violent color in XiaoYan's eyes gradually appeared. "Soul Cliff, right? You will pay the debt owed by your ancestors." The little Dr. Fairy behind him looked at the silent and quiet XiaoYan. He knew that the man named Soul Cliff had completely aroused XiaoYan's murderous intent, and this guy would definitely regret it.